wrestling fans, and welcome to this edition of Tag Team. I'm your host, Cesar Scorpio, alongside the Invincible Vincent.
Hey!
This week's No Surrender TNA pay-per-view review begins on the sacred day of 9/11. For those of you that weren't born or were in a cave for 10 years, this is commemorating the tragedies that happened here 10 years ago. Was it that long already?
Seems like it was just a couple of years ago.
TNA commemorated the situation. Also, the NFL. NFL started today, too.
That's true.
Eagles. This guy's a Steeler fan.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on.
Anyway, let's get started here with the review here from No Surrender. The first one we have is the actual moment of silence that they had here for the 9/11 tragedy. Explaining that they're going to have a moment of silence for the people and the family members that were affected by the 9/11 tragedy. And it was a great moment of silence. It was an eerie 30-second of silence. Then they played America the Beautiful on Army Trumpet. And then all the TNA superstars, along with some military that were at the event, were in the stage area. So that was really nice to see and really way to start that pay-per-view. After that, we actually had action from the X Division. #1 contenders match between Kid Cash and Jesse Sorensen.
Varsity!
the varsity boy. Jesse Sorensen comes out with a ball, football in hand, a varsity jacket, signs the ball, hands it to a kid, gets in the ring just before he whoops on Kid Cash's ass and gets the W.
This was a good win for Jesse Sorensen. Being new to the X Division, this was a good way to get him noticed. I like the fact that he came out with the ball and signed it, although that's going to get pricey down the line. I think if he does that for every single match.
It was going to change his name to Varsity or All-American or something like that. I mean, come on, man. Have a little gimmick there.
He's trying. He's putting that together, but I got to pick a name.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't use a franchise that's already taken.
Coming out with the jersey kind of looks a little, Alex Riley-ish.
Yeah, that's the thing. The jacket, it's been done already, bro. Sorry.
But I mean, that didn't stop Robbie E. from doing what Zack Ryder's been doing for him.
Exactly.
So, well, more power to you. If it works for you, keep doing it.
Just whatever it is, just put your own spin on it and make it work.
New #1 contender for the X Division, Jesse Varsity.
Varsity!
All right.
That's your name.
After that, we had the BFG standings. This was going to be the last hurrah here for this BFG tournament. Having the last 4 guys that were in contention here to win it, we're going to become the new #1 contender. Now, it became totally clear on this pay-per-view that there was 4 people left. 4 people left. After these 4 people had these matches, there was going to be one ultimate winner. Now, the question I had was if they were going to have match versus match, was it going to be like a bracket thing? No, it was all based on the point system on these standings. That's why these standings were so important. Yes. So these standings were, before these matches, Bully Ray at 49, Bobby Roode at 42, tied with Gunner at 42, and James Storm at 40. So James Storm, in order to be the top dog, he would have to submit Bully Ray. That was the only way. Yeah. Get those 10 points and get to the 50 because Bully Ray was at 49. So that wasn't explained to not only Mr. Storm, but also the fans really clear until this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Now, this actual match actually happened. We had James Storm and Bully Ray. But Bully Ray ends up getting the W, unfortunately, because we got a lot of action here from James Storm.
Yeah, this was actually the most times I've ever seen James Storm try a submission at all. As a matter of fact, I think he
didn't even know he knew how to do it.
I didn't know he had any submissions at all. It looked as though, I believe he put Bully Ray in the arm breaker in no less than 4 times.
Looked like Del Rio was out there.
Exactly, and he went for it. He threw it pretty much everything he had at him. He looked like he was going to win it, but
I was pulling for him, but Bully Ray with his little shadiness.
With the spit in the beer.
Let's go into exactly what happened with that. Bully Ray took advantage of the beer situation. What do I mean by that? Mr. James Storm comes out with beer. Everybody knows that. He likes to put beer there. He comes out ringside and has that put down right by the steps. Bully Ray grabs that little beer, takes a swig. You think he drunk it? No, he goes back in the ring and spits it in the face of Mr. James Storm. James Storm can't see. I'm blind. I can't see. Can't see. Anyway, you think he takes advantage of that? But no, James Storm wakes up, gets him in another hold, throws him out, and he takes a swig of the beer himself. Yeah. Now, for some reason, the ref notices that because he sprays it in the eyes of the ref when Bully Ray moves.
Yeah, Bully Ray ducks out of the way, and the ref gets it all in the face. James follows up and goes ahead and puts Bully Ray into another arm lock.
The ref brings the belt right there.
Yeah.
Match is over. Match is over. They're like, oh my goodness, he's the winner. James Storm wins. No, not exactly. James Storm has been disqualified for spitting in the face of the referee.
Yeah, ref's discretion, and nobody likes to get beer in the face, so therefore...
That's it. So Buddy Ray advances to the top dog still at 52 points because it was disqualification. Only 3 points for that. And now let's see who's going to be the winner of that. Now the only way for any of the other guys to match him would be to submit. So it was basically a submission match for the next BFG, which was going to be later on the show. After this, we had the TNA Knockout Championship match between Winter and Mickie James. Now Winter comes out with Angelina Love as usual. The only outro that I loved in this was Mickie James because she came out dressed like Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Wow. Woo.
Daddy-O approves.
Love it. Don't change a thing. She comes out dressed like Wonder Woman. Good Lord. And the match is being had. Now this is unfortunate. Winter regains that championship, becomes a 2-time knockout champion. When what comes out, what plays a factor? The blood again.
Yeah. Winner goes to spit the blood at Mickie James, misses, and hits Angelina Love in the face. Now Angelina Love is rolling around on the outside, and it looks like Winter's checking on her. Earl Hebner, who should be paying attention to what's going on inside of the ring, is staring at Angelina Love, who's involved in the...
Are you all right?
And all this. Mickie James looks like she's got to go after Winter again. Winter spins around, spits more blood directly into Mickie James' face. Looks like she spit actually more.
She had blood. She's had blood to spray in her mouth, and then sprays more blood in Mickie James' eyes. So she's like, There it is. The pin. New champion. New champion, Winter. Congratulations to Winter. Well deserved. Not too much help here from Angelina Love, but it was a distraction to the ref. Didn't see the second spray, but whatever. New champ. Unfortunate here for Wonder Woman. Hopefully we can see her again in the same garb. After that, we had the Tag Team Championship match between the Pope and Devon and Mexican America. Pope and Devon come out solo, nice and cool and calm. The TNA Tag Team Champions come out with Rosita and Sarita with them. Mexican America comes out, hands up, music plays, and the match begins. Now this match ends when Sarita and Rosita do play a factor in this. Now, Sarita finally ends the match by holding the Pope's foot down, so he's not able to kick out when Anarquia gets the pin, can't put his foot on the ropes, can't kick out, and there you go, that's the win. But the impressive thing, and I know you enjoyed it, was Sarita in action.
Oh, Sarita got involved in this match, again, when the ref's back was turned, and Hernandez was down on his knees in the ring, Devon was in the corner. Sarita vaulted over Hernandez and did a double drop kick on Devon. Ridiculous. This woman is awesome. I don't know why they don't use her more.
Why is she wearing the mask?
Exactly.
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
She really does not get enough credit, in my opinion. Sarita, awesome. Made the match for me.
Good match. Good match. And again, it was... The tag team championships were for grabs. They could not capitalize, and that was the end of that. Following that match, we had Matt Morgan versus Samoa Joe, two BFG tournament wrestlers, but they were so behind in the numbers here that they weren't even mentioned here in this final four.
Mathematically eliminated.
Right. This was just basically a grudge match. Matt Morgan ends up getting the W on Samoa Joe by getting the pin on him. Didn't submit him or anything like that. Just the pin here. You got the actual. I call it the bro kick, but they call it the blueprint. And there we go.
Samoa Joe did some submissions in this match. It was for this pay-per-view. This was probably the least action-packed match.
I give you that. I believe that.
But it was nevertheless. I mean, it was
still a good match.
Over the top match.
It's just a great pay-per-view.
Exactly.
That was the only thing about this.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was the slower match. But again, the pay-per-view quality was.
It's like being a millionaire in a room full of billionaires. That's what it was.
Yeah. Like, that sucks.
Yeah,
I'm going home.
Yeah.
No, it was a great match.
It's a good problem to have.
Exactly. After this, we had the last BFG match to decide all matches here. Of course, there had to be the Robert Roode versus Gunner. Gunner and Robert Roode were mixing it up. Robert Roode ends up... You expect Gunner to win this because Bully Ray won it.
Yeah.
But Robert Roode, after getting the pep talk here from James Storm, comes out, does a great match.
Oh, yeah.
Submits. Remember, this had to be a submission match because both guys are down by 10. This has got to be submission. And by doing the crossface on Gunner, pulls it off.
Yeah, he gets Gunner to tap. Yeah, and
I didn't know this guy had finished submission moves either.
He was all over the place. Towards the beginning of the match, Robert Roode started focusing on just the left arm of Gunner. Kept going back to that and back to that to the point where Gunner was wrestling like one-armed at one point. He was trying to get in neck holds and he couldn't do it because he needed both arms. The one thing that was very impressive was that at one point Gunner did drop a one-arm DDT, which I had never seen before.
Interesting. It was a very entertaining match. Good quality match, and that's the thing. Bobby Roode gets the win. He ties Bully Ray here with the W, and now what? Perfect you say that because Eric Bischoff comes out and states, "Word! No. Congratulations on your win, but this ain't over. Now that you're tied with Bully Ray, there's going to be a match tonight. That's what it's going to do. We're going to have a ultimate winner tonight. Now, it's not going to be right away because Bully Ray's probably getting his jelly donut injections, but it was going to be in this night. So, again, let's have a match here before that. Next match was X Division Championship. We had Austin Aries, AA, versus Brian, who let the bum in the building, Kendrick. Brian Kendrick comes out here with head garb and the Aladdin pants, gets in the ring. The show was stolen by Austin Aries.
Yeah, Austin Aries, he basically went off. It's like almost every match you see with Austin Aries, he shows something that you haven't seen previously in his matches. And again, he always throws a whole lot of personality into the delivery of his moves.
Well said.
Yeah, he was all over the place in this match as well. He threw the signature. Well, he attempted to throw his signature pendulum elbow drop.
Took too long.
Brian Kendrick rolled out of that. But yeah, as a good X Division match goes, basically there was action all over the place.
Ultimately, he gets this W by again taking the attention away from the ref, with the refs focused on him. Back leg, gets the kick to the groin, and gets him in the brainbuster.
Nut shot.
Gets Kendrick in the brainbuster, lands him, ball game.
Done.
That's the end of that. New X Division champion Austin Aries. About time, and hopefully he keeps it for a long time.
Well deserved. He's the total package for what TNA needs for this division, especially as a champ.
Now, somebody escort this bum dressed like Aladdin out of the building, please. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Get him some new toe shoes. and side note, who came up with shoes with toes in them?
I was going to get some. Okay. Not anymore.
And I was going to laugh at you when you did.
All right. After that, we had the final BFG match. Bully Ray versus Bobby Roode. This was an awesome match again. Slap! Slap! What do the 5 fingers say to the chest? Slap! Man, this was a slap-a-thon extraordinaire.
It got ridiculous. At one point, you could actually see broken blood vessels in Bobby Roode's chest. It was.
As he got hit, I was going. Oh.
Yeah. At one point, I was like, this has to. Hopefully, it stops stinging and it's just numb now, but probably not. He's gonna look like he got hit by a car.
Oh man, it was burning. It probably burnt like he put jalapeno juice all up in his chest, like Vicks. Be like, here you go, mijo.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite of that.
Exactly, not good. Anyway, it doesn't stop here. Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode gets the W here with the crossface. He beat Gunner. Yeah. He beats Bully Ray here in this match with a pin. Wasn't a submission here.
Yeah, no, he got him with the double R spine buster and just a regular pin.
There it is. It took too much out of Bully Ray. He doesn't have a lot of stamina, as you might notice. So anyway, that's the win. He is the winner of the BFG tournament. If you would have heard somebody say Bobby Roode was going to be the champion of the BFG tournament and fight at Bound for Glory, what would you say?
At the very beginning,
yeah,
I would say he would not have been my first pick.
Who saw this coming?
I did not. I was figuring it was going to be at least either Matt Morgan or Crimson. Those were the two that I thought.
Now, for the record, when we did the predictions, who voted for Robert Roode? Who?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Watch the previous video. You'll see who it is. Anyway, after that, we had the main event of the evening. We had Stinger versus Mr. Kurt Angle. versus Mr. Anderson. This was an entertaining match here, back and forth. This match finally ends when Hulk Hogan, of all people, is in the crowd. I thought it was a fan dressed like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was. Hey, there's that one guy who always shows up. He's wearing the Hulk Hogan.
Funny. No, it was the real deal. This guy takes Sting when Sting falls out on the outside of the ring, sprays him. Here you go, brother. He didn't say that, but here you go, brother. Sprays him in the face, and then that's it. You can't see. He wanders into the ring, and then
almost drops a Scorpion death drop on the
ref. That was funny. I was hoping he would.
Abort. Stop.
And no, Kurt Angle does the Angle Slam and retains the belt. What was Mr. Anderson you said in all this? He was beat up somewhere on the side.
Yeah, earlier, he rolled out of off the mat, and I guess he was just like languishing.
Now, Sting and Mr. Anderson try to team up on Kurt Angle at the beginning, but then it's every man for himself. As soon as Kurt Angle spilled out to the outside, they had to battle each other.
Exactly.
So Sting got the better of him, and unfortunately, Hulk Hogan got the better of Sting.
Yeah, exactly.
So there we go. That's the actual pay-per-view here for No Surrender. Great pay-per-view. Hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed our review. Be sure you check out our Monday Night Raw review. Of course, when is it? Monday nights after Raw. Don't miss that. For myself, Cesar, Scorpio, Invincible, Vincent, thank you very much for watching. See you guys on Monday.
Take care.